What's going on, guys? My name is Ezel, and this is my wife.
Yelsa.
And welcome to our reaction channel, The Ezels React. Y'all see that? Because it's a white background. But look, we're of the age where, we grew up in the VHS time period.
Yes.
Not trying to date ourselves, but, we know a thing or two about something that if you're from Generation Z, you've only heard whispers about. And that is Blockbuster. I can't tell you guys how many times I've been to Blockbuster growing up, and I'm sure you've been to Blockbuster growing up.
Are you kidding me? Yes.
I mean, it was an incredible time period. It was it's nostalgic. I mean, you go in there, you get your video games, you rent your movies.
If you could find it, because it was too popular, they were out of stock.
Too popular is out of stock.
Yeah, wait.
Not to mention, I used to as I got older, I like to get those the DVDs. When they came out with the DVD section, they had the independent films, like the early 2000s. Independent films that they had. The independent films was like its own little niche that I like to go into. A lot of crazy movies that never got funded by Hollywood, but they would get into. Anyway, you guys want to see the reaction? We're gonna check out Blockbuster. I saw this. It's coming to Netflix. This is Blockbuster official trailer. I'm curious. I don't even know what genre this is. I don't know if it's comedy or what it is, but we're gonna check this out and then we're gonna talk about it. So you definitely want to stay tuned when we start talking. Why is everything going off? Phone is ringing. Somebody's.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just get started. Yeah.
There's no easy way to say this. 7 more Blockbusters just closed. You're officially the last one on Earth.
I don't love the pattern.
That's the guy from.
Hello.
Come on, I'm the last man standing.
How am I supposed to be the next Tarantino if I don't work at a video store?
Yeah, that's what's holding you back.
No one's going anywhere because everything is under control.
That's reassuring.
Just act like one of your favorite bosses from a movie.
Not the
Like
roaches.
Boss Baby or Devil's Advocate?
One of those is a baby and one is Satan. And look at the heights they've reached despite their circumstances.
Fair.
With Timmy this focus,
I think we're gonna be okay.
An eviction notice?
I felt real bad about it. That's why I drew a sad face on it.
No one takes me seriously. I've been working here since the 7th grade.
That is not the flex you think it is. I've always thought of myself as over 40 at heart. I don't get why you're getting a degree in accounting. All you do is talk about making movies.
Accounting is basically like the film of numbers. See? That was the saddest thing I've ever said.
saddest thing I've ever said is 1 ticket for Space Jam 2.
Sorry if I haven't seemed stoked to be suddenly working the same job I had in high school, just so I can afford the studio apartment I had to rent because I caught my husband Aaron on a date with a 25-year-old, also named Aaron.
Why is that worse?
I don't know, but it is.
I put everything I had into this store. Because it's the only place that's ever felt like home.
Blockbuster on 3!
Just so you know, I am aware of your feelings towards Eliza.
I mean, are you picking up a vibe or something, love?
This is so fun.
This calls for another drink.
You're a business owner. You did the whole 30 twice. And you smell good. Timmy, you are in your prime right now.
Yeah, what's it like living such a dream?
Well, it has its ups and downs.
I'm full for it.
Sarcasm, sure.
Almost got you.
Come on.
Definitely watching
You know
this.
what? Yes.
Definitely watching it.
Yes, definitely. I don't know. It always seems like I saw this video, but it made me think about it. Like they're playing off of our nostalgia purposely.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you? That's a good business move. Bring us back to the good times, or the times that we feel were good in our heads, and we'll give you we'll give you our money.
Yeah, and Gen Z is low-key obsessed with that time frame anyway, so.
I didn't even think about that. You're right.
So there's kind of like a win-win situation.
Right.
This group of people is nostalgic about, and this group of people wants to be.
Right.
You know.
Because I have Gen Z siblings, and yeah, they like fanny packs and 90s gear, and I'm like, I hated fanny packs when we were doing it.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah.
I was trying to wear a fanny pack, but they're collecting them, so.
I mean, they were popular.
Cool.
But they weren't necessarily consumed.
Yeah, they were marketing
Like after a while, when you saw like older people with fanny packs on, you kind of clowned on them because it was just like.
People, I mean, Coca-Cola. Everybody had a fanny pack. They would just give it to you as a promotional device. You know, you go to Disney World, they're giving you a fanny pack. Everybody's giving you a fanny pack. So, yeah, enough of the fanny packs. This movie, the fact that it's a story around Blockbuster and how they said they were closing down like the last, did they say 30 locations? Because in real life,
it's already closed.
In real life, I think there's still one Blockbuster location in real life that's still going.
But
if I'm not mistaken.
Usually those, like the ones, the last few, when I looked at the map and stuff back then, it was mostly in the rural areas. Like
the Blockbusters?
Yeah, the ones that were left. They were in like the really rural areas. Something I
seemed like it would have been backwards, but I mean, I haven't looked it up, so you looked it up.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying because wouldn't the people in the city keep the Blockbuster open longer because there's more people in the city to go?
No offense to anybody, I don't want anybody to take this super offensively because you know how some people can be, but certain rural areas kind of don't move quickly when it comes to change versus city areas.
That's true.
Because city's more fast paced, it changes frequently.
That's true. I mean, I come from a small town, so I can tell you from firsthand experience that there's truth to that. I'm just thinking about, as a business owner, you're only as good as your last sale, and if the people in that community aren't coming back to rent a movie every so often, let's say once every 30 days because of whatever, then you're out of business. So I felt like if it's in the city, you have more people coming more often,
right, because
there's a larger amount of people living in that area versus a rural area. There's only 4,000 people. Everybody knows everybody's name. I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't want to get too much into
I'm not getting into
that, but
not in politics, just data.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like data and all that stuff related to Redbox, Netflix, all of that really took it out. That's what I would say.
Redbox was the first hit.
I would say it was Netflix because I remember
where I'm
Netflix. Why I say Netflix? Where I'm from, well, I mean, we had both, but at the time, I remember Netflix first because it was one of those things where you rented it and then
that sounded so dumb to me. Like I remember I saw it was so dumb. I was like,
nice. I mean, back then
we
were like, oh, this is cool, but
nah, I'm like, Redbox punched. Well, by the time Redbox came around. By the time Redbox came around, I hadn't seen or even thought about Blockbuster in 5 or 6 years. So it was probably already gone. I hadn't even thought about it.
Yeah, probably had.
But Redbox was the first. I remember hearing about Netflix, but it really didn't affect us. No, I didn't know anybody that was like mailing their stuff off. I'm like, yeah, I just got Netflix, so let's go watch. It was Redbox is what I remember because I remember the girls like. Girl I was taking out on a date, she's like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna go stop by the Redbox, and I'm like, the what?
What year was that?
It's like 2007 to 8, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's when I heard about Redbox, but I heard about Netflix sooner than that.
I did too, but what I'm saying is
you
see it on TV, but then when you see it in your backyard, then people, it's here. People are using this. I heard about it. I didn't see that on with Netflix. I just heard about it. I saw it on TV. I never heard anybody in my community in the rural area saying, yeah, I just use Netflix. It wasn't until they got to streaming, that's when it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That was the new thing. But anyway, this is not a podcast.
Yeah.
It's all about Blockbuster. If you don't know about Blockbuster, it's like we were saying, you go in, you rent your movie, they give you, you had your late fees if you didn't bring it back in by so often. I think you had like a week to bring it back, maybe like 7 days to rent it. You had to bring it back. If you didn't bring it back in a certain time, you had a late fee. It's kind of like a library for videos, essentially. Same thing, library for videos.
I don't know. It was so exciting to make it a Blockbuster night, and it's like you kind of
Yeah.
talked about it with other people, like, oh yeah, we made a Blockbuster.
That was
night.
that was like their slogan, make it a Blockbuster night. You had your popcorn, you invite your friends, and yeah, and then the video games came in. It was like you could rent whatever game you want. That's what we did. We had a pizza night, had a Nintendo 64 out, a Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Good times. Yeah, good times. Talk about girls while you're playing. Yeah, man, I can think about that all night. I feel good thinking about it too. So that's that nostalgia working. It's weird. But what do you guys think about this movie, Blockbuster? Because we didn't even really talk about the actors or anything. We just talking about Blockbuster.
Right.
But the actor, I do not know his name. The main character,
he was in other movies and shows and everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know his name, but he was in the movie with the other Asian actress, where they were like a love interest. She had a restaurant that she was making.
What that was called.
He was like a plumber or something,
Netflix movie as
like
well.
a blue collar worker. Came over with his dad, and then they were like.
Don't tell the whole story because there's somebody who has not seen it.
Yeah, but because I don't know the name of the movie, they won't know that it's.
They're gonna look it up.
All right, whatever the name of that movie is, that's the movie I remember him from, and it was a great movie. So like a romantic comedy type of movie, but yeah, he's a great actor, and I'm gonna see this. We're gonna see this, right?
Definitely.
So it's got all the right ingredients for us. So what do you think? Are you guys gonna check this out? What are your memories of Blockbuster? Are you old enough to remember Blockbuster? Write down your what you used to do during the times of Blockbuster in the comment section down below. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button. We're putting out videos daily for you. And if you're feeling the vibe, consider subscribing. Hit that red subscribe button and join the empire as we build it brick by brick, aka video by video. And guess what, guys? We will see you on the next video. Peace.